Hello everyone, Trade in Agricultural Produce Part B. In this we will read about some aspects of wholesale trade in paddy. Here we will see how the purchase from the farmers by the rice mill owners and the big traders who trade in large quantities. And let's see agricultural market yard like the Raitu Bazaar. It will be like Raitu Bazaar, the agricultural market yard where the all the farmers will take their produce, whatever they have cultivated, they will take all those crops to this market, and there will be a auction, and all the traders and the rice millers, whoever it may be, who want to buy their produce, they will just come to that market, and there will be an auction, and there will be a start at a minimum support price, which is decided by the government, and this is run by the government only, and that's why the farmers can get a minimum support price in this markets. And here let's see, and the payment will be immediate here in this type of market. So let's see about the Chandrasekhar, who is a farmer in Nalgonda, and he had a good harvest of 60 quintal of paddy. He will bring all the paddy bags in a tractor from Nalgonda, and he will join the queue, and all the traders and the rice millers owners who will come to buy the paddy will come to this place, and the committee members began the auction from the first paddy heap of a farmer. And this is and everyone, the farmers, they will write in a slip their name and what they are selling the product and how much quantity they have brought. They will just write, and they will just join the queue. And this agriculture market yard is run by the government, where the farmer can sell their produce and get paid immediately. Now let's see, and this auction will start at a minimum support price, that is government will announce, and for various produce they will decide a minimum price, and the auction will start at a minimum price only. And let's see how they will, like this, they will bring all their produce, whatever they have produced, they cultivated, to the agricultural market yard, and they will sell to the traders. And here are the all these sheds have a different produce, and farmers will come from different villages, and this is a cotton, and here also the traders will come for buying the cottons also. Now let's see how this government will help the farmers in just selling their produce. So the government announces the minimum support price for various crops like paddy and wheat, taking into consideration the cost of the inputs. So the government agencies like Food Corporation of India buy the produce from the farmers at the minimum support price. If no one buy the produce, the whatever the farmer have brought, so the government will buy from the farmers at a minimum support price from where the auction has been started. And which started, every traders will first see the quality of the produce and the crops, and they will start fixing the price for the produce or the products like paddy, as we are seeing about the Chandrasekhar's paddy. So everyone will see the paddy quality, and they will decide the amount. And in this auction, Chandrasekhar got the highest price, that is 1150 per quintal, and others got the 1100 per quintal. And this when once it has been decided in the auction, they will just call the farmers, and they will note it down, the rate, the quality of the quantity of the paddy, and the total amount to be paid by the traders. They will give this slip to the farmers. And if the farmer is not interested in selling at a maximum price bid by the trader, he or she can wait for the next day or up to 1 week. And in order to buy paddy from AMY, each trader is required to pay a license fee. Means trader has to pay a license fee. When paddy is purchased by them, they are required to pay ₹1 for every 100 rupees of purchase as commission to the committee. Although farmers are not required to pay anything. In practice, they pay rupees 3.50 per every 100 rupee of trading towards unloading, cleaning and maintenance charges. This is deducted by the trader and paid to the AMY office. Farmers like Chandrasekhar, who has sufficient quantity, prefer to sell their produce at the agricultural market yard. Normally there is neither a delay in the payment nor deduction of charge for on the spot payment as in the village. Since the sale is done by the open auction, means there will be no deduction in the payment as it is a open auction. So they will get a immediate payment. And whereas in some areas or in some AMYs, some correct officials and traders join the hands with the traders and they will pay the less amount to the farmers, but it is not necessarily happen everywhere. Around 100 AMYs, that is agriculture market yards are there in Telangana. And selling to the rice miller, it was paddy harvesting season, and whereas whoever won't go to the AMY, and what those farmers will do. So Malaya is a farmer from Venkatapuram. We have seen Chandrasekhar from Nalgonda. Now let's see the farmer Malaya from Venkatapuram village, and he is waiting for the clerk. He sells his paddy to the this Chandulal, who is the owner of a rice mill, and he has got only 14 quintal of paddy and from his 1 acre of land, and he will wait for the that is Gumsha, that is clerk of Chandulal, and he will check, the clerk will check the paddy, and he will see the quality of the paddy, and the Gumsha, the clerk, got the paddy bags loaded, and he will just load it into his tractor, and he will go to the other farmers for buying the paddy. In the rice mill, Malaya paddy bags were weighed. It was 14 quintals. So the Gumstha took a handful of sample paddy and showed it to the Chandulal. And after showing to the Chandulal, who is the owner of the rice mill, will fix the price. And he has fixed 950. And he also on the basis of dryness and tallu. And this was the below. Means below the, because we have seen in AMY that is 1080 rupees per quintal. But here the Chandulal is fixing the price of 950. So which is very low when compared to AMY. And since Malaya was in need of money, he agreed to agreed to sell his paddies to the Chandulal, and he reduces rupees 1.50 for every 100 rupees, and he has detected how much, 14 rupees 25 per every quintal. This is the procedure followed by every rice miller and paddy trader in Nalgonda. Now we have seen Chandrasekhar, Malaya. Now let's see the Shanti, who is also a farmer, and she is from Venkatapuram, and she takes the take care of his farm after her husband has passed away, and she is also a local member of self-help group, and she has borrowed 20,000 for cultivation purpose. Her harvest was 1.5 acres. From 1.5 acres of land, she got 14 quintals of paddy. But she decided that she will sell only 7 quintals of the paddy. Remaining she will keep for her consumption. And when the traders comes, they will bargain. They will offer her only 1,000 per quintal. And when he weighs, it was 6.5. But she because she has weighed the 7 quintals, and she brought for selling, she insisted him to weigh again. So he found that it was 7 quintals only, and the trader will promise her to pay the money in 15 days, and he will pay her 6,825. Means he has deducted 25 per quintal as his brokerage and commission. So the writer meet Shanti, and he will ask her, "You have not borrowed from any trader. Why don't you to sell in AMY?" So writer asked to Shanti, "To go to Nalgonda, I have to pay the tractor rent and loading and unloading charges. The higher price I get in AMY will not cover the transport cost. Moreover, my son or I will have to spare 1 or 2 days for this. We have very little to sell. Only farmers with lot of paddy go to Nalgonda." Shanti replied, "Why don't you ask for a higher price, as most farmers sell at rupees 1100 to 1150 in AMY and in rice mills. These brokers don't pay such high prices. We sell their produce from home to avoid the trouble of running around to sell. Brokers mediate between farmers and town based by big millers or wholesale paddy merchants. They procure paddy in small quantities from farmers like Shanti. So these are the things farmers like Shanti we have to go through. They don't have a permanent shops or godowns for doing their business. So they visit each farmers during harvest season and negotiate with them to buy paddy. They collect sufficient amount of paddy and inform the wholesale traders, rice mill owners, who then send money and vehicles for transportation. They charge commission from both the farmers and the millers. Some of them function as money lenders too. So they deduct the borrowed amount with interest while paying the farmers, as we have seen in the case of Chandulal. So trading paddy in Telangana. Paddy cultivated in Telangana is mostly sold in the markets, and farmers keep only a small share for their own use. The considerable amount of paddy produced by small farmers like Shanti is used for their own consumption. Large farmers sell most of their produce in the markets. Telangana farmers sell nearly 3/4 of their harvest within the village and 1/4 in AMY. Big farmers sell their harvest in AMYs. They own vehicles like tractors, which reduce their transportation expenses in villages. Many kinds of traders, such as landlords, brokers, and small rice mills owners, produce paddy. On most occasions, small farmers like Malaya and Chandrasekhar are bound to sell only to these traders, so they borrow money from them. Indebtedness and selling paddy, we saw that small and medium farmers have to borrow money from for agriculture, especially to purchase seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, and irrigation facilities. Since it is difficult for them to grow, to get loans from banks, they are forced to borrow from money lenders, traders, millers, etc. Once a farmer borrowed from them, he or she has no option but to sell the produce only to them at a price they offer. Paddy traders not only pay lower prices but also cheat in weighing. Moreover, as we have seen in Shanti's case, moreover, they have commission of various kinds. Many of these farmers get delayed payments. Since these traders and landlords lend money in desperate times, farmers have to sell their paddy to them. Okay.